Welcome back to another one, guys. I'm Will, and I'm joined by my friend Joffrey Guerrero, founder, CEO, Katra Film Series. And today we're talking about two directors, Christopher Nolan, Quentin Tarantino, our opinion of who's had the best career. But before we get into that, Joffrey, can you tell us about Katra Film Series?
Sure. Thank you for having me again. It's the second time. So I run the Contra Film Series. It's a quarterly film festival that we normally do at the Alamo Drafthouse Theater in Brooklyn. Due to COVID, we're currently online on the Footprint channel. We're coming up. We have several events coming up in the next few weeks. And I also run the Bowery Film Festival, which was inspired by Katra, which was located it started off in a lounge on the Bowery. So I also founded that, co-founded it with a partner. So yeah.
Wow, so you got a lot going on.
Yeah.
And I've been to the festival. I mean, the quality of these films, amazing. I always have a great time. A lot of great directors that
and
show up.
You're an alumni too.
That's right. That's right. I screened one of my films
We've been around for a long time, but I remember we had you several years ago.
Thank you, and thanks for having us.
5 years ago, right?
5 years ago, something like that. Yeah. So speaking of directors,
we need a new film.
We need a new film. I gotta do another film. I've been thinking about. Actually, been writing. I've been writing a lot.
That's great. Right now in this era,
it's
a
time
perfect
to write.
to
I got like 3 scripts under my belt right now.
3 scripts.
3
okay.
short films.
Can't wait.
Yep. So speaking of directors, speaking of talent, let's talk about 2 of the most talented directors in Hollywood. They've had an amazing career. Christopher Nolan, Quentin Tarantino. And we're talking about, it's hard to debate who is the better director. But we're going to try to take on that challenge today on this show. Let's do it. And starting off, Joffrey, when one of these filmmakers comes out with a movie, or you see they're coming out with a movie, who do you get more excited for? A Christopher Nolan movie or a Tarantino movie?
Wow, that's $1 million question, Will. Which one? You know, I love Tarantino. I came of age with Tarantino's films. He's an amazing filmmaker. He's done incredible works, and I can't wait. Whenever a Tarantino movie comes out, I want to go. I want to be the first one in the theater to see it. Right. Christopher Nolan takes the throne.
You think so?
Without a doubt. Yeah. Christopher Nolan's just on a whole different level. Tarantino, you know, he's had his time. His period came and went.
Yeah.
It's time for the new generation. I think Christopher Nolan has taken the throne, and for me, he's a better director.
Wow. So you get more excited for a Christopher Nolan movie. You said Tarantino's had his time, but it seems like he's at the top of his game right now.
Yeah, he's at the top of the game. I mean, every time he comes out.
Once upon a time in Hollywood.
It was great.
Amazing.
I enjoyed it, but it was not Pulp Fiction.
It wasn't Pulp Fiction.
It was not Django.
It was not Django.
It's
I
not,
agree.
you know, Inglourious Bastards or Kill Bill 1. Kill Bill 2 I can't stand, so I don't even want to talk about Kill Bill 2. Kill Bill 1 because it's 1 and 2. I can't stand Kill Bill 2. Kill Bill 1. Yeah, I mean, Jackie Brown.
Classic.
Reservoir Dogs.
Right.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Let's keep that time back then.
Let's keep it back in the day.
It's time for the new Hollywood to take over, and I think Christopher Nolan takes the throne. He's the baton has been passed over to him, and every time a Christopher Nolan film is coming out, it's an epic occasion. It's like it's true moment that you just can't wait. You know.
I absolutely agree. When a Christopher Nolan movie comes out, I think personally, I got to keep it real. I get excited for Tarantino. Yeah. But Christopher Nolan, they're more like event movies. They're more like movies that you got to be there. You got to see it in like IMAX.
Yeah, exactly. It has to be IMAX.
It has to be like IMAX. Dunkirk. I mean, the aerial fight scenes, incredible Inception, visually stunning. Tarantino movies would you say, are more character based than as opposed to, let's say, Christopher Nolan movies where they're more, I don't know. I feel like he pushes the imagination a little bit more in terms of science fiction.
The thing about Christopher Nolan, I think his films are very complex, deep, and psychological, and there's different layers to them. Tarantino, I think he's more action driven. If I were to compare, it's like apples and oranges.
They're very different.
They're very different, and I could watch Tarantino any day, but Christopher Nolan is just on a whole different level. You know, it's like reading a book by Sigmund Freud. or J.K. reading a book from J.K. Rowling. You know what I mean? It's like
just different.
something different. You know?
So if you were to compare their filmography, right? You were saying that Christopher Nolan's filmography is more impressive than Tarantino's. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they're just deeper. They're on a deeper level. They're playing. They're not. It's you can keep watching. So a Christopher Nolan movie you can watch 3 or 4 times.
That's true.
And find something totally new with it.
That is so
something
true.
relevant, something just totally profound.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas a Tarantino movie, you watch it, it's like having fun at the movie, eating popcorn, having a big jug of soda, and then that's it.
And then that's it.
It goes away. Some of his films
Right.
last. You can think about it, you can have a discussion, a conversation, but it's not like it's you could watch it. I don't want to watch a Tarantino movie more than once or twice.
You're absolutely right.
3 times.
I enjoyed Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the movie, but there's parts of it that I think kind of dragged out. I feel like the pacing was a little bit off on it, right? And I can't see myself watching that movie again.
The problem with as much as I enjoyed it, I thought it was a very interesting time about that period.
Mm-hmm.
It's a complete departure from Tarantino, like a Tarantino-esque movie.
So?
Yeah, there's no the violence, the action. It was. Where was it? I love seeing his action and violence. I want to see blood splattered against the wall.
I feel like he saved it all for the end.
I think the payoff wasn't impactful enough. I liked the action. It was fun, but it was like something.
Yeah.
It didn't really stick with me.
I feel like
whereas a Kill Bill film, it'll stick with
true.
you.
Yeah,
See
it was
heads
just
chopping
nonstop.
off and all these crazy fight scenes.
I actually really like the Kill Bill movies.
Yeah.
So which one do you think, let's say Tarantino's filmography, which one, in your opinion, is his best movie? This is very subjective. People are going to say different films that they thought was his best movie, but in your opinion, what's his best movie?
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp
Pulp Fiction was definitely, it just has a little
Top
bit
of
of
his
everything.
game.
Top of his game, yeah. He was, he was working.
Prime Tarantino.
Prime time, for sure. That was, there's just so many layers.
Right.
And he incorporated, what Tarantino's good at is stealing from the giants of
I
cinema,
got you.
Because
he studied the
cinema.
giants.
He used to work at a video store, and that's all he did.
Non-stop watching movies.
And that's the best thing. That's for any up and coming filmmaker.
That's
if
true.
you want to learn the craft, watch thousands of movies.
Thousands.
And he stole from all the greats, all the French New Wave filmmakers, all the old school American filmmakers. So it's he knows his craft, and he was at the top with Pulp Fiction. But I think just to go back to Christopher Nolan, he's just on a whole different level. The guy's a genius.
So Christopher Nolan, which is his best film? Do you think?
Oh, I can't say. See, I could say with every film that he made. Inception is such a great film.
I can, like we were talking about how many times you can watch a movie. I could watch Inception numerous times.
Oh, but his film is so trippy and psychedelic. That film in particular, Inception, it's at a whole different level.
That's your favorite?
That I would say it's up there. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's definitely on one of the top 2, top 3.
And who would you say is the more, let's say, versatile director in terms of being able to do different genres? Like, let's say Christopher Nolan, he's done war movies, Dunkirk, but he's also done sci-fi movies. Interstellar, one of my favorite movies.
Interstellar, that's right.
Interstellar is actually underrated, I think.
For sure.
Because the way he approached space travel, he incorporated things that other space movies don't incorporate. Like, let's say, the effects on gravity on time. That's something that we hadn't seen in a movie, but he's a very smart director. He took all of that into account. So, to me, being able to do a war movie and then going and doing, he did Interstellar first,
Yeah, and then Dunkirk.
And then Dunkirk. But being able to do those two, incredible. That shows a lot of versatility. And also, Quentin Tarantino is versatile in his own way. Hateful Eight, that was like a period piece. But then he does something.
The Western piece,
Western piece. But then he could flip it around and do something like Kill Bill.
Yeah, very versatile, for sure.
Who do you think is a more versatile director?
That's a good one. I think Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan, still.
He could do a comic book movie.
He can.
He could do a sci-fi movie. He could do a war movie.
That's true.
A psychological thriller with Insomnia.
Right.
Another psychological, The Following, his first film. Memento. Memento, that's a classic.
Classic.
If you guys haven't seen Memento, watch it now. If you're a filmmaker, if you want to be a filmmaker and you write one, you don't know what the hell you're doing in your life and you think you're going to be a filmmaker, watch Memento. That will put you on the map. It'll help pave the way for you as a filmmaker.
You're absolutely right, because if you look at Memento, it's not like he needs a huge budget to make a masterpiece.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Memento was done on a very small budget, but it's just the story, the concept is so smart.
Yeah.
The directing, the way, the actors in that film. So he proved that he could do it in a small budget. But then you also mentioned the Dark Knight trilogy. We can't talk about Christopher Nolan without mentioning the Dark Knight trilogy.
Yeah.
What he did with a comic book movie, the concept of a comic book character, the way he modernized that genre of comic book movies, I think he laid the groundwork for what comic book movies are now, but I don't think anybody's done it as good as he did it for that trilogy.
He wrote the blueprint.
He really did.
He did. And no one will ever touch him. They can try. I mean, you've had all these comic books that come out left and right. They're not even close. To the level of quality that the comic books, the movies that he's directed, the Batman trilogy.
So, I mean, any other comments that you want to say about these two directors?
Nolan's the best. I mean, they're both great.
They're both great.
They're both, they're legends in directing. But I would say Nolan takes the throne.
Last question. Nolan takes the throne. Last question. Who's going to win an Oscar for Best Director first?
Wow, that's a good one, because none of them have won.
They've been nominated.
They've been nominated.
But they haven't won.
That's a good one. I don't know. I think, I don't want to say anything negative about Tarantino. I mean, he's at the top. He's still one of the best.
He's still one of the best.
So I would say Nolan's going to take it.
Nolan's going to take it?
Yeah.
I'm saying Tarantino, because I feel like Hollywood kind of embraces Tarantino a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because he kind of caters to them. He does films like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Hollywood likes movies about themselves.
They do.
And I feel like at the end of his career, somehow they're going to throw him a bone. I mean, I'm sure he's going to earn it.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to take the Oscar first, because Nolan leans more towards sci-fi. And I've noticed the Oscars, they really don't reward sci-fi movies that much.
You might be right. Nolan is like the modern day Stanley Kubrick.
Yes.
Kubrick, for all those film buffs, film nuts out there, is the creme de la creme.
Creme de la creme.
He, and his films he was just as versatile as Christopher Nolan. He never won an Oscar. Never.
Incredible.
Incredible. So, goes to show you.
Clockwork Orange, right? Incredible.
Clockwork Orange, yeah.
Classic.
It's a top 10 movies.
If you haven't watched it, check it out.
Clockwork Orange, Doctor Strangelove.
Oh my God.
2001: Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
Barry Lyndon.
Full
Metal Jacket.
Come on. So guys,
his films live on. Which is
I mean, for eternity.
For eternity, for sure.
Yeah, for film buffs, those films are gonna live on forever.
You might be right. Nolan might not get it.
Maybe. Who knows?
Knock on wood. Maybe.
I think if he does another war movie, like Dunkirk, that's his path to win an Oscar. Yep.
Okay.
So you said Christopher Nolan. I gotta agree with you. I think the better director is Christopher Nolan.
Okay.
I know Tarantino fans are gonna hate us for that, but it's all subjective. Leave us a comment, guys. What do you think about this discussion? Who is the more accomplished director? Let us know. And Joffrey, remind us about Katra Film Series. Where can they see the lineup of great films that you have? Remind us, where can they go? What do you have in store coming up?
So you can visit us at katrafilmseries.com. That's Katra filmseries.com.
Okay.
We're on social media at Katra Film Series, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We have our upcoming lineup. I've started sister festivals with Katra. We have the New Faces, New Voices, World Web Fest Mania, Battle of Film Schools, and several other ones, including the Bowery Film Festival. So Katra is a parent festival of all these other ones. Our next event is New Faces, New Voices, July 28th and July 29th. We'll have the lineup up on our website. And then we have the Katra Summer Series happening August 10th through the 14th on the Footprint channel.
Cool.
So we'll be up there, and we're doing a live award social distancing ceremony in Brooklyn.
Oh, damn.
We're we're inviting people to come out. JMR Rentals Studios, one of our sponsors. Definitely, you guys want to rent out gear. JMR Rentals is one of the top in the game. You should definitely check them out. So we'll be doing the award ceremony there, and we have 5 nights of incredible films.
Wow.
web series, screenplay finalists. 3 short nights. We're gonna be doing it virtually with Q&As with the filmmakers on the Footprint channel, and then 2 nights, the final 2 nights, Thursday and Friday, August 13th and August 14th, are gonna be feature film nights. So we're gonna be showing 6 feature films, I believe. So definitely look us up online. All the information will be up there shortly.
Film Series.
ContraFilmSeries.com.
A lot going on. You got a lot going on. You're a busy man.
I am very busy.
Yeah, as you can tell, the man knows films. He knows movies. If there's any other topics that you want us to cover, we can have him back. We can have a film discussion. You know, if you want to compare other directors or other actors who's had better careers.
Who's had better careers?
We were talking about the other day, a good topic would be Al Pacino, De Niro. Who's had the better career? Who's the better actor? Maybe we could discuss that on the next episode. All right?
Yes.
So thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to the channel. If you like these videos, press that like. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Peace out, man.